different. Go. Come on, let's go. I don't know what comes next, but I couldn't care less. I refuse to feel stress. There's no fear in my chest. Hit a boom for my steps. Walk away from the pain I've been through. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This is the moment I break through. I ain't really with it back forth. You can keep the hustle, homie. I can't bear it all. Bullheaded in the market like you asked for. Then I saw you move the target like a matador. Come on, I'm ready to go get it like a Labrador. Dog days done and I'm tired of the tug of war. Broke off the leash and I ain't going back no more. I've been better ever after like Barrymore. Hold up, let me reset. Living in the matrix, used to sequence. I cracked the code, popped out the subnet. Walk around like I found a 20, that's a dubstep. Living in the moment, did you notice that ain't up yet? You can put the pressure on me, I ain't dropping one sweat. Used to be stressed hard, beating like a drum set. Breathe, stretch, let it go. Everybody need a refresh, go. Yeah. Come on, let's go. I don't know what comes next, but I couldn't care less. I refuse to feel stress. There's no fear in my chest. Hit a boom for my steps. Walk away from the pain I've been through. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This is the moment I break through. I don't know what comes next, but I couldn't care less. I refuse to feel stress. There's no fear in my chest. Hit a boom for my steps. Walk away from the pain I've been through. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This is the moment I break through.
All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. Knock, knock. I'm about to start a celebration. Let me in. Brought a good time plus some friends. Turn it up loud past 10. Turning up the crowd when I hit 'em with the pow. Yeah, the party never ends. Cause if you want that, whoa, I can give you more. Come on, yeah, let's go.
Hi everyone. Well, wasn't that just a wonderful little insight into yesterday's fun and festivities? If you want to find more of that, you can be on our YouTube page, Transplant Life Foundation. You can see all the fun from this week. But this morning, I want to talk with my friends Paul and Janjova. They're here from New Jersey, and we're going to talk about their son Andrew and their journey with donation, as well as their time with Transplant Life Foundation and the games. So good morning. I'm so excited. This is like my dream to talk with you guys. I get to talk with them all the time. But to tell Andrew's story is really something that excites me because we've been able to connect on it in so many ways over the years. And I just would love for the world to also know about your sweet son and what he did for others. So take it away. Let's hear about Andrew.
So our son Andrew was 17 years old, and he had an accident that gave him a brain injury, and he lived for about 2.5 days, and his brain just wouldn't stop swelling. So we knew that they were told us that he was not going to survive, and of course my brain was all over the place. But my dad came up to me and said, "Can you please just make sure you donate his organs?"
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I said whatever, because I was so distraught. Yeah, there was a lot going on, and I was like, okay, not realizing that that decision for us has been life-changing, because after all these years we could still talk about Andrew and talk about his gift. But he donated 5 organs, saved 5 lives. Tissue, retina. We got a lovely letter from the woman that received his retina, and it was kind of funny because she was just talking about how different her sight is, and she was really comical and loving and beautiful about it. And we also got letters from his heart recipient and his heart recipient's wife, and his liver recipient, and It's been an amazing experience. We miss him terribly. He would have turned 33 last week, and his birthday was July 3rd.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Huh?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And, it's kind of weird to know that he'd be 33 now. His friends all are married with kids and stuff, so it's very tough. But, we have other children that are doing wonderful. So, we just focus on the beautiful things in our life. We deal with things a lot with humor. That's his go-to more than mine, but we definitely laugh a lot, and we remember Andrew and talk about him as much as we possibly can.
Where do you see... Oh, go, Paul.
Well, yeah, we spoke about waiting in the hospital and, trying to see if Andrew can get better, and we realized that, it wasn't going to happen. And her dad did come to us, that he was approached. And, at that moment, her dad and I thought about, somebody else is waiting somewhere for a miracle. And we couldn't get it, and there's a bigger plan in place here. And we said, maybe we can help Andrew can help someone else.
You did.
And he did, and it was amazing. And she spoke about a couple of those letters that we received from the recipients. We happened to meet the heart recipient, which was one of the, I still get choked up about it.
It's pretty surreal.
To see her dad cry when he heard the heartbeat again was amazing.
Yeah.
And that's why we are still involved, to see all these people, especially here at the games. It's amazing. It truly is.
Where do you see Andrew? Where how does he say hi? I bet he does a lot.
The first time he said hi was years ago, and right before he passed, Andrew was a character. He was a lot of fun. He was a pain in the butt sometimes.
So is Paul.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He came
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, exactly.
He came home from school one day and said, I got in a fight today about Jesus, but I think I won. We were like,
okay, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was just a funny kid, but he was out in the front of our lawn hitting golf balls in our residential neighborhood, because of course that makes sense, and hit a golf ball right through our front glass. And he passed away that summer. And the next year for Mother's Day, Paul's outside mowing the grass, and a rock was kicked up and shattered the glass again on Mother's Day. So we were like, kidding me?
We see you. We hear you. We know you're here.
And it's so typical to be something Andrew would do, like not a nice little, it's
not a bird, it's a rock in the tree.
It's a rock in yeah. So that was typical.
I love that.
That was the first one, but yeah, we do see many.
And how has your work evolved over the years with Team Liberty as well as New Jersey Sharing Network? You guys have been involved for many, many years now, honoring Andrew in multiple ways at the 5K that you've been on the board of and you've been heavily involved in. What does it mean to be a part of those events, to honor him as well as other donors?
For me, it's almost 16 years for us, and I have learned to disassociate myself from my story in order to talk about it. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to talk. So I just kind of, but for me, I'm able to talk to other donor moms, and just connect with them. I've met so many donor moms over the years at the transplant games and stuff from all over the country, and I saw them here, and my friend Joy, she hugged me like, I think everybody went out to dinner and came back and we were still hugging because I was just so happy to see her. But we met her in San Diego. Her and her husband John and Paul did the paddle out in San Diego, and it was their son John's birthday, the day of it. He had passed on his birthday, so it was a beautiful moment, and they are wonderful friends of ours now. So they're
very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. So,
what does it mean for you?
The games, are an opportunity to see how life continues, how it goes on, how these people are living their best possible lives, and how they compete and show the joy and love for each other. I've been involved in a lot of sporting events, and it's usually very cutthroat. Here, it's the exact opposite. People are hugging and supporting each other, and it's just
everyone's so excited.
The love here is amazing, and we look forward to these games. I've been involved, like you said, in the sharing network, New Jersey Sharing Network, excuse me, and been to a lot of events. And this is by far our favorite event to go to, because one, everybody's involved somehow, one way or another. There's, and not that that's a bad thing, but everybody knows what the struggle is on the donor side, on the recipient side, on the living donor, the caregivers. It's amazing. And to get the groups together and see people from different teams year after year and see how their lives are going on, how their grandkids are here, how their kids are here. How
they're married now all of a sudden.
How they're married.
Yeah.
The young man who was a singer the other day, who was a high school student, now he's graduating college.
He's graduating college. He grew like 3 inches.
His life is still going on.
I'm shocked.
Because of the activities and the donor families and the recipients. It's amazing. And the medical profession, how well they've changed since the beginning, how it's growing and becoming more and more involved. It's awesome.
I love that.
It really is. And Team Liberty, I got to say, Patty, our team captain.
I have a soft spot for that team.
She won last year for best team captain.
I know.
She wins in my heart for best person.
She's the best.
She is phenomenal.
She's just so sweet, and she knows what it means, and she gets it.
Yeah,
her
And she
son is
always
She really
wants
does.
to do more.
And she wants to do more, and the team feeds off her energy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And you know, it's great. And the staff with the TGA has been nothing but excellent for us. So every step of the way we feel loved.
Good.
And we feel like we're part of the family.
Well, you guys are.
That's awesome.
It's a family.
You two are
for sure.
definitely a couple that I point to and say, talk to them, speak with them. They know, they get it. And you guys just live out Andrew's life so beautifully. In so many different ways, whether it's Paul making fun of me out of love or Jen giving me a big hug. You guys just embody, and I never had a chance to meet him, but I know what he is like through the two of you, and that's so cool to see. What would you say to maybe some donor families who haven't yet really jumped into this part of the world? Not just the games, but I mean maybe they haven't had a chance to jump into a team or even really get to know their OPO. What would you say to them to encourage them that it's so wonderful once you take that step? That's very hard to do.
Hard.
It's not easy to bring up a lot of feelings.
To join our team for their first year or so, just to kind of be in the background so they don't have to, because it's extremely overwhelming for the 5Ks.
There's a lot.
For me, there's a lot to do, and you know, we're trying to raise money for organ donation, and we're doing everything that we can, and it takes a lot. So a new donor mom, I can't imagine them going through it by themselves. So to have another team to kind of watch the first year, or I offer to help them just get it together. And I always tell them, start small, because when you have so many people supporting you is wonderful, but you're the go-to person on that day, and it's such an emotional day, and you're trying to answer phone calls and tell people where to go.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So I tell them, start slow, just do your immediate family initially.
Yeah, it's just not a normal 5K. There's the emotional layer that adds to it, and makes it overwhelming.
Right. I have an amazing story though. When on Friday when we came in, it was a crazy day getting here.
We were the worst luggage story, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah, it took a long day. It was a long day. We got here. We were exhausted. We're sitting, having a cocktail at the end of the day. We're sitting there.
As you needed.
And this man came over to us, and it really reminded us of why we were here. Our horrible day slipped away after speaking to this man. His name is Jay. We haven't seen him after that. He's a new recipient, and he just received, I think, November.
9 months, I think.
Yeah, and he came up to us, and he was like, how do I honor my donor family? Was his question. He has recipient guilt. And, we told him, we're like, listen, the best thing you could do is just live your life to the fullest with your new organ, and just, he wanted a relationship with the family. And I said, sometimes people aren't ready. Yeah. We told him we'd be his surrogate till he found them.
Oh, you guys are sweet.
But, it's, I would imagine it's hard to be living a life knowing someone else is not living. But we told him, God chose him to be that recipient, and he, so his determination was really, what do I have to do, which was it was so beautiful to me, because I'm hoping that the recipients I never heard from are I know that when Andrew passed, there was a 23-year-old boy who got his kidney.
Okay.
And that was 16 years ago. So
I'm hoping he has this whole beautiful big life.
Yes, I hope he's married and has children and is living a wonderful, happy life. So that brought that terrible day back to us. Like, okay, we're here for this reason, and we went to bed really feeling satisfied instead of angry. So that was nice.
Changed your whole day.
It did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What excites you about transplant? I've been talking to a lot of professionals this week about advances in medicine, but what excites you when you come to the games about the future of transplant? When you meet all these people and see all these people, what does that mean to you about we're celebrating our 34th year. What are the next 34 years of the games?
Well, I see the games as every community that we go into, the enhanced awareness of what's going on has really driven the donor aspect of it immensely.
Yep.
And I see, like I spoke before about the medical field coming along, I think the donor games bring both the medical field and the recipients and the donors together to create that awareness in these communities that may be lacking in a sense.
Yep.
Like we heard from the mayor of Birmingham.
She's so wonderful.
Wonderful.
I don't think we've had a mayor join us in a couple of games at least.
It was amazing that they hosted us here. They've been fantastic.
They've embraced it so fully.
Yeah.
But the awareness, the Uber driver driving us here knew about it. The people at the airport knew about it. All those opportunities for exposure for this is immense. And we never know how that's going to impact someone's life.
Exactly.
It's
that ripple effect. It's the butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect.
Yep.
And I talk about that all the time.
Yep.
The little green bracelets.
Yep.
How it's an opportunity to talk and discuss it, and you never ever know who's going to. How's it's going to change their mind towards donation. And donation is at a turning point right now. There's a lot of hospitals that are really trying to compete with each other to get better, which is great. The donor rate is rising. The placement rate is not rising at the same level as the donor rate.
Which is crazy that's the problem we have now.
But if you look at it, it's a good problem.
Yes, exactly.
But it is a problem. But that just shows me that everybody's trying to get better at it. And these games are part of it. Education is part of it. And from the first games we were at to now, we see more participation. We see more involvement. That's more opportunities, more families getting involved, more newer families. The older families that couldn't be with us here now, they're still advocating for it, but it's just
different ways.
The games are here for awareness and to bring this community together, and it's a great opportunity for transplantation. It's fantastic.
I love it. And you guys are great advocates and beacons of that, and I can't thank you more for all that you do with your wit and your jokes and your kindness and your smile. You both have it, but when I see the two of you, you just have it tenfold, and I'm so grateful that we've gotten all these years together and that we will continue to take on transplantation with ourselves and the rest of the people who are in this convention center with us. But I ask one thing. I want you to look at this camera.
Okay.
And I would love if you could say, words of encouragement to those outside of our community. Why should they be a part of organ, tissue, and eye donation? What does it mean for, as a donor family, to encourage others to be a part of this solution?
I would say, first of all, educate yourself, because a lot of people have said to me all the time, they don't want my whatever.
They think they know.
And I said,
they don't
make that decision. You got to leave that up to the professionals. And,
they went to school for a reason.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that they're not going to save their loved one's life if they know that they're an organ donor. And that's not at all the truth, at all. And I think that if you educate yourself on the on what it means to be an organ donor, that more people would register and more people would talk about it. And also make sure that your family knows your decision, because a lot of times the family doesn't want to do it, but the person did. So make sure you tell your family your wishes.
Excellent points.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I've...
What do you got for us, Paul? I know you got something over there.
I say, like my wife said, educate yourself, but remember, the life you change could change all our lives. The life you save could change everything. It's up to you.
Yeah. And the lives that people, like the time people get after organ donation
It's immense.
with their families. I know our heart recipient, he had since passed, but he lived 11 years. And
so crazy.
he saw grandkids being born, and so it's just, you people are often like, to us, they're like, you guys made a great decision.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, 5 people lived a better life. Like, it's
Much better
what-
lives.
but you have to, I don't know, like,
It really wasn't a tough decision.
Yeah.
to me,
It's
living
the
donors
right decision,
make a tougher decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To us, it was like, well, to me, I wasn't really part of the decision making, but to my dad and Paul,
Yeah.
they really thought about it, and it was. I think it was one of the best decisions we made in this part of our life, just because our daughters, they participate in our walks and stuff, and it's wonderful to see them celebrating their brother that way, and it's just. I don't know. I would say just educate yourself. I'm getting off on a tangent.
No,
here.
you're not. You're not, because it's important. You both make good points that those 11 years, those are 11 extra
11
years
years,
that they would have not had.
Yeah.
Grandkids.
Yeah, and you can't
Opportunities.
underestimate that.
And when he passed, his wife called me personally to tell me
That's
about
so
it.
sweet.
And, it was really emotional.
Yeah.
I was so sad for them, but happy still that they got the time they got.
Well, I know Andrew's proud of both of you, and I appreciate all the work you do, sitting with me and letting me ask you all these questions. Really appreciate it. I'm so grateful for our friendship, and I know that you two will continue being, like I said, these great beacons in this community. So thank you so much. Any parting words? Paul, you look like you got something to say.
Don't feel guilty that you received a gift of life. You're living.
That's perfect. That's a perfect way to end. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This was a very emotional, perfect live from TGA, so I appreciate you all watching, and we'll see you next time.